coming to you this morning on this Wednesday, hump day. Feeling a little down. I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. But I was just watching a video about the Pastor Marvin Winans situation. Marvin Sapp had his own thing going on in the middle of the year. But the members are speaking out. I can't hardly breathe right now, y'all. I'll tell y'all why in a minute. The members are speaking out and they're defending him like members normally do. You know, I don't know why members feel like they pastor is not a man. You know, I don't understand people that belong to a church defend wrongdoing, but they judge everybody else out here in the world. Now, if somebody else would have did exactly what he did, all the church would have put their hands on them through holy oil, called them heathens. Let somebody have went in front of that church and say they was in a situation. I'm gonna give y'all an example. I'm in a situation. I'm gonna tell y'all why. Let me have went in front of that church and said, I need $10,000 right now. My life depends on $10,000 right now. And the pastor raised some money. Tell the members of the church, we're going to have to help this sister. She's in dire situation. And people get in line, and I'm standing there with my hand out, because that's what it is a hand out. And somebody giving me 100, 20, 50, and I'm just taking it. I'm taking it. And somebody throw $1 in my hand. And I say, what's this? This ain't finna do nothing for me. I didn't ask for $1. I need 10. Well, I thought $1 would help you. Well, that's not what I asked you for. What would that church have said to me? They probably would have put me out the church. The pastor probably would have said, you know what? Give me all of it back, you ungrateful heathen. So you gonna tell me you a member of that church and you don't see nothing wrong, nothing what your pastor did. A lot of people going to hell with their pastors. I'm telling you right now. These people are no different than the folks that support the buffoonery that's going on in this country and don't see nothing wrong with it. They no different than these people that sitting there, yes, I'll vote for him again. Seeing what he doing to this country, just because you a racist, you upholded his buffoonery. So guess what? You going to hell with him. Put your dang on seatbelt on. Enjoy your ride. So grandma, because most of my grandmothers up in there. This why your grandchildren is disobedient, because you're disobedient. Now we know why you put on your Sunday flock and your $500 hats. Sitting up in there like you know Jesus personally, like you his cousin, and wonder why your whole family is in an uproar. Because your soul ain't right. We see why our community, our black community is messed up. One of the podcasters did a research. I'm glad he did it. If I'm not mistaken at the time, he said in the last 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, the black churches in the black community have raised $400 billion. Unless it was more years. Maybe it's, I don't know. But we didn't raise $400 billion in the black community out of black churches. $400 billion allegedly. Because them his numbers. And it got to be a lifetime. It can't be 10 years. It got to be a lifetime. I guess since the black church start. Let me rephrase the time. I don't give a damn if it was $1 billion in the last 50 years. $1 billion. And our community hurt worse than any other community. How in the heck black people around here homeless, suffering, Girls crying on the internet that they don't have food stamps next month. And you asking for $2,000 to rebuild a church? How about you rebuild some low-income homes for these homeless people? You have a church. You have a mansion. You have several cars. It's people out here hungry and starving and going through life, real life stuff. Yes, they probably made bad decisions. We all have. We got baby fathers ain't out here doing what they supposed to do, so we out here looking stupid, ladies. Yeah, we looking dumb. You know, we went through struggles because we chose wrong. We was disobedient. But shouldn't our elders be teaching us better by being a good example? Pastor, if you teaching how to pimp, what make you think these little young men ain't gonna pimp? If you teaching how to pimp on national TV, and when you get exposed, your whores defend you. I'm sorry to say it that way, but that's a pimp and that's a bunch of whores if you defending that pimp. Now I'm calling Pastor Marvin Winans out. I don't even know you. I'm from a whole nother city, but I'm from your state. I'm going to tell y'all my situation. And I'm going to tell you, a black church have never helped me. When I was in church, y'all, and I was tithing faithfully. This when my kids was young. I was in college. You know, I was going through some bad times with their dad. I was confused, so I ran to the church. I tried to do everything that Bible told me to do. Give your way out of debt. Run to God. See, what we get misconstrued about the word, about people that's in church, running to God don't mean running to man. This is what we get confused with. We run to this church thinking this is God. No, you got God right. You are the church. You have God in here. I could have just got on my knees. I could have just prayed out loud. I could have just waited on the Lord. But no, I ran to the church and I started giving 10% every paycheck. I was giving tithes and offering. And I wasn't seeing no harvest. It was times my lights was about to get cut off. And I was giving tithes and offering. I said, Lord, when is this going to happen? I'm a single mom. I'm doing what you told me to do. But see, what we don't know about tithing is from the Old Testament. For y'all to say, that's in the Old Testament. So is tithing. Y'all want us to be faithful to tithing, but you ain't faithful to nothing else. Like a woman not preaching in church. You ain't faithful to that. You're not faithful with women showing their hair. You're not supposed to do that. A woman ain't supposed to cut her hair. A woman really that's married ain't supposed to speak to another man unless her husband is speaking for her. Y'all ain't doing none of the stuff God telling you to do. A woman not supposed to wear pants. We're not faithful to none of that because that's in the Old Testament. So is tithing. And I don't know everything about the word. I am a student of life. So check me if I'm wrong, but teach me. Show me in the word. I don't want to hear nothing your pastor said. I want to hear what God said. Because this was wrong with the church. We too busy treasuring this man. We got this man up here like this, like he God. And soon somebody say something, you put on your Superman, unbreakable, strong woman vest. Get out my pastor face. That ain't what my pastor said. That is what your dang on pastor said. We heard it with our own damn ears. You in the wrong line. That ain't what I asked you for. We heard what he said. Well, maybe it was just his delivery. No, it was his heart. Now, how long he been a pastor? Half his life. And before that, he was under his daddy. This man knew better. Because he got y'all minions out here, he didn't do better. Because he don't have to. All he have to do is get in front of the church and say, I need $1 million. And y'all going to make sure your broke self going to make sure he get $1 million when you don't even have a meal. Y'all, boy, But people like me, what I'm about to tell y'all, oh, y'all talk about me. Let me go back to when I was in church. I was crushed in spirit. And they say the Lord is close to the brokenhearted. And it also tell you, I don't know the scriptures, but you can go to the mother of the church and talk to her. The mother of the church is your mother, spiritually your mother. She's supposed to be able to talk to you no matter what you're going through and help you through it like Melinda Sapp did me. I told y'all she was awesome, man. Melinda Sapp, Marvin Sapp's wife, was awesome. I grew up with her in school. I went to high school with Melinda. But at that moment, she was my mother spiritually. And she helped me through a hard time mentally, not financially. Now, I needed something mental, and she gave it to me. She took time out of her rich day, because she was rich, and she fed me spiritually. And it stayed with me and embedded me for the rest of my life, and it changed who I was. It made me who I am today, and she stopped me from going to the penitentiary, to be honest, because I wanted to kill the brother. She showed me a woman don't move like that, Nina. A woman move in silence and let God fight her battles. Don't let the world fool you. You ain't got to be nuck if you buck. All you got to do is be prayed up with the whole shield armor of God, and he got this. She came to me boldly and bust me upside the head with the word. And it changed my life forever. That's what a mother of a church should do. This mother of the church I'm talking about, I ain't going to call the church out, but I'll never forget it. I told Melinda this. She gone in her grave, but I told her this. And she couldn't believe it. I was a member of that church. I was giving money. I remember on New Year's Eve, I took my mother with me. She belonged to a whole other church. I said, Mom, you gotta come to my church. My mother was so happy I was in church with my kids. So I go to church with my mother on New Year's Eve, right? And instead of the pastor talking about a new year, new thing, a new beginning, he was talking about tithing half the service on New Year's Eve. Bring in the New Year's giving. So my mother looking, because my mother grew up under Pastor Maurice Jones. Well, like I said, they preached under BC, DC, some real old trio preachers that gave you that word for real, for real. So she's sitting there like, what's going on here? And all he kept talking about was prosperity. My mother said, what happened to deliverance? It's people in here that never been to church before. It's people in here that want to change their life for the new year. And he talking about giving. Half these people don't even have nothing to give. What happened to deliverance? I kept saying, Mama, just be quiet. So I got to crying and just fell in my mama's lap because I'm crying so hard about how I need to be delivered and my finances wrong and my kid's father in prison and I'm a mother of 3 at this time and my mother, she started praying over me. When we left that church, my mother said, baby, you don't need to go back up in there. I said, why? She said, I'm your mother. I pray for you all the time. But you breaking down, praying in my lap, and that man missed the moment to pray for you because he was too busy begging. Half these people was around here crying because they going through something, and he missed the mark because he begging. I don't like that church. That's not a good church to sow your seed. And I kept doing it. Never reaped a harvest. So one day, what changed my mind? My gas was finna get cut off. I didn't want to go to my parents because they always helped me. I was too embarrassed to tell my parents. I'm like, God, I got to get this gas bill money. And my spirit said, go to the mother of the church and talk to her. You didn't been in that church for a minute. You didn't tithe. You didn't gave. So I did. I set up a meeting with her. Hey, baby, how you doing? Good to see you. Now, remember, let me go back a little bit. I sold clothes. I had a boutique, and I had a job. So I had very nice clothing in my boutique. And I used to cater to the church woman. I had church hats. I had men, Stacey Adams. I had nice slacks. I had ties. I had nice bags. I had jewelry that the church woman wore. So I had a nice, beautiful, high-class boutique. So one Sunday, not only did I tithe and gave offering, I went in front of the church and gave my pastor a brand new pair of Stacey Adams and gave my first lady a hat. In the box bow, everything. I just want to give this to y'all. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Thank you. Oh, they talked about my matter of fact, no. Let me stop lying. I was gonna say they talked about my church, my boutique. Didn't even give me a shout out. Thank you, love. Thank you. God bless you. Go sit down. Pretty much. Pretty much. Anyway, I had a meeting with her. We talking. And I seen something in her that I never seen on Sunday. I seen an attitude. She went for praise God, Jesus love you. Oh, baby. When we had that personal meeting, she was a businesswoman. What's going on? Her whole demeanor was different. I'm looking like, this ain't the same first lady I be seeing in church. I got nervous. I'm like, I just wanted, I come to you because I am going through something. And oh, we all going through something, baby. That's life. What you going through? And before we go, let me pray for you, because some of you may be doing wrong in your life. The reason you going through what you're going through. See that y'all folks don't listen. Well, maybe I'm making the wrong decisions. That's why I'm in church, to try to make the right decisions. You know, I'm trying to explain. I said, well, my gas is going to get a cut off. I forgot what I needed. I think I needed 500, but 350 would have kept it on. I forgot what I needed. She said, give me a minute. She hollered to her secretary, bring me the books, the tithing books. What's your first name, baby? I know you go by Nina, but that's not your first name. Oh, here you are. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you've been doing good by God. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. All year you've been giving. But it looked like the past few weeks you wasn't giving. What happened? Well, I was going through stuff, and I've been discouraged, and I'm in college. I'm a single mama. I had to buy school clothes, so it's a few Sundays I didn't come because I didn't have the money. This is what I said. I didn't come because I didn't have the money. You know you don't put God on hold, right? Yes, ma'am. Well, when you weren't tithing, it was still people faithfully tithing from their sick bed. So it's so many people that we got to help that stay consistent with God. If we helped everybody, the church wouldn't be a church. I said, well, I've been giving all year. Well, I got $50 for you because you didn't stay consistent. And I promise you, baby, if you stay consistent, your gas will never get cut off, because God will protect you. But until then, you're going to keep going through what you're going through. I got up. I wanted to say some choice words. The devil had got into my soul. It felt like my mama jumped in me. I said, okay, so the church not going to help me. No, baby, I'm sorry. We might can give you $50. I got up and I said, that's all right. Give it to somebody else. I got in my car. I grabbed my steering wheel. I got to screaming. I got to crying. And I'm like, all the faithfulness, all the money. Coming to church when I just couldn't even hardly speak. Coming to church sick. Going to work sick. Going to school. Trying to be a good person. And this is what I get, Lord. I was mad at God. Like, I did what you told me to do. And this woman looked in my face and go let me and my kids' gas get cut off. I even said this, y'all. I forgot this part. I said, can I borrow it? I would give it back. I work. Can I borrow it? I would give it back. No, that's not how the church works. She left me to get my gas cut off in Michigan. The mother of the church. And from that day, I said, they ain't getting no more money from me. And if they get money from me, it'd be the bare minimum. I will put a whole dollar in the tithing envelope. If y'all ever went to church and I was there and it was $1 in there with no name, that was me. Because I feel like my dollar would be blessed just as much as my $100 bill would be blessed. You don't put a price on my salvation. Jesus do that. Who are you to tell me I can't get in heaven if I don't give you enough money? You not my father. You didn't make me. You don't make the blood run through my vein. You a man. I've never seen a scripture say you can pay your way in heaven. Prime example. Did y'all see? And I ain't supposed to say this man. The man in the White House. Did y'all see him the other day on the news when he did something with the war? He stopped the war. He did something, and somebody said, "Do you think that's gonna get you in heaven? You think is that the token you did a good deed?" You know what he said? Even he said this. He said, "I don't think nothing gonna get me in heaven." He said, that ain't gonna do it. He pretty much saying all the money in the world. This man is a billionaire pretty much. All the money in the world ain't gonna get me up in the gates. The stuff I've been doing. He said it himself. And it's a scripture, and I know I'm paraphrasing. It said a rich man have the chance to get in heaven like somebody going through the eye of a needle or something like that. So you telling me God said a rich man may not make it to heaven because, but the pastor telling us that's how we get there. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. The pastor telling us that's how we get there. But the Lord said a rich man really ain't got no chance to even make it. So that ain't making sense. That ain't adding up. Because most of these pastors are rich. So we listening to somebody that the Lord said may not get there. And greed is a sin. And tithing, y'all, back in the biblical days, they used to tithe like ox, corn, wheat. They weren't tithing money. And tithing, you all, check me if I'm wrong, because somebody taught me this, and I read a little bit. It's for the deacons to give to the orphans and the widowers. That's what tithing was for, to give to the needy. The church supposed to give. And God takes care of the church. See, now y'all going to the poor people who coming on their knees and saying, "I'm hungry." You know what? I just want to picture Jesus this morning. For real, just picture Jesus this morning walking with his donkeys. And he walking with the disciples. Just close your eyes and picture Jesus on this land. In the United States, just picture him walking. He in Grand Rapids right now, down on Franklin and Eastern. And he got on his long robe. And he ain't no white man with blue eyes and blonde hair. He look like Pookie. I ain't being funny. He got skin like me. He got some thick, coarse hair, look like some wool. His eyes red. He got on some sandals in his feet, probably a little rusty, because he got that brown skin. You know, we get a little rusty. And he got on this long gown. And he got this voice that sound like just power. It just roar. So everybody is watching like, oh my God, it's the Messiah. So everybody break down on their knees and they doing this. Oh my God, it's Jesus. Oh my God. They praising him. He in your city right now and they picture this. I'm homeless. They cutting out my food stamps next month, Jesus. I got these kids and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm about to cry for real, y'all. I don't know what I'm going to do, dear God. I got this house and I thought in good faith this house was for me. Please, Lord, help me. And all of a sudden he say, have you been tithing? Do you belong to a church? How much money you gave all year? If you ain't gave, get out that line. Get out this line. This ain't what I came down here for. I came to bless the people that's being obedient by giving. You homeless and hungry because you ain't living right. You ain't tithing. You don't belong to a church. Get out this line. Could you imagine Jesus doing that? Or what he gonna do? What did Jesus do? For real, y'all remember them braces? What will Jesus do? What would Jesus do? What did he do when he was walking the land? That woman with the blood issue, she just wanted to do this. She just wanted to touch his garment. If I could just reach him, if I could just touch him, I know I'll be healed. And out of all the people that was around him, he felt her touch his garment and looked around and said, who just touched me? And he healed her. That woman that gave her last, he gave her abundance because she didn't have as much as everybody else. And he saw her. He was rising the dead. He didn't ask the dead man, mama, how much insurance you got? Do you got insurance? Because I ain't going to touch him unless you pay. Hey, Peter, did she pay her insurance? Well, that's why he did, because she didn't pay. Did he say that? Or he just put his hands on them? Or he was just touching folks? He was just blessing folks? Because he came here to die and bless. Before he got on that cross, which was a tree, did he say, before y'all do this to me, I want to see how many people in here tithe first before I die. Before I die for y'all, Daddy, did all these people out here, who didn't tithe? Because I don't want them in the book. I'm not dying for them. I'm only dying for the people that got money. These poor folks, I'm not dying for them. Did he say that, or he died for all of us? He didn't care what you had. Now, he didn't charge. The Messiah didn't charge. Why you charging? I didn't hear him one time on that cross, on that tree, say, Father, forgive them because they don't have their tithing money. Forgive them not for not having money. Forgive the poor and the stupid. Forgive these weak women who let Pookie and Ray Ray live with them, Lord. He died for all of us. He didn't care what you had. He didn't care where your mind was. He didn't care if you was weak, strong, poor, rich. He died for our sins. So we don't have to be in lack. So guess what? It's already paid for. That's what she should have told Marvin Winans in that line. Wait a minute, Pastor. Wait a minute. You getting beside yourself. I'm in the wrong line. Not per se the Lord. He already died. He already paid my $800. So this is $2,000 in his eye. He already paid the cost for me. I am not in lack. You telling me I'm in lack, I don't have enough. He told me I'm more than enough. So I tell you what, give me my money back. Come on, baby. We'll never come back to this church again. Because these people don't know the Lord. Let's go. That's what would have went viral with Nina. That's what would have went viral with Nina. The woman in the church lost her mind. Yeah. How dare you do that in front of my grandbaby? That grandbaby was so excited. Me and my grandma finna get him money to the pastor. And you did that. You didn't even acknowledge that kid. You didn't tap him on his head. You didn't say, son, I love you. Thank you for the gesture. But you know what? It's a line that's coming up. This is what he should have said. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if you heard me, Sister Sarah, but it's a line coming up in a minute. And I'm going to get your money in a few minutes. Take her over there, sister. Take her over there. You going to be in that line, okay? All right. Thank you. Now, where was we at? That's all he had to say. He didn't have to count our money in front of people and embarrass her. You got $1,200. You didn't even have to say that. You could have looked at it and said, sister, you in the line, I got you. You got to go over there in a few minutes. I get you in 5 minutes. Sister, take her over there. I got her. Here, hold on to this. I'll get you in a few minutes. That's all he had to say. This $1,200, that ain't what I said. The bitch better have my money. That's what I heard. Excuse me, Jesus, this morning. That's what pimps do. You went out all day and you only came back with $500. That ain't what I told you I needed. I told you to come back with 1,000. 5 plus 5. Can you count? Go back out there and give my money. That's what I heard. I don't care who in your church, how famous you are and what they say, call me a heathen or whatever. But you was wrong, Pastor, and your church is wrong. Then they laughed at the woman, y'all. They laughed at that woman. Go watch the video again. The congregation laughed. Y'all going to hell, man. Y'all better be some repentant folks this morning. Some repentant folks. Just like the pastor from my church, from my city. Lock the doors. Lock the doors. What was he trying to get? 40,000? This ain't little money they talking about, y'all. This is not little money. These pastors walking around here, millionaires. Pastor TD, he got 2 mansions, I think. They got private planes. Do y'all think Jesus approve of this? When there's people crying on the internet, how I'm going to pay my kids next month. And the pastor in the private plane. If you sold your plane, what is his name, Benny Hinn? What's the name of that pastor? The reporter walked up to him, white pastor. And she said, my father was a pastor, so was my grandfather. And they pretty much was poor. She said, because they gave all the time to the people. I believe her dad had farmland and everything and made sure the people around them ate. They was givers and pastors. She said, so why you need so much money? Why you got a private plane? He said, well, I couldn't give up the deal. You know, Tyler Perry was still in the plane on sale. He had a clearance. You know, the plane normally, you know, is like 150,000. I'm just making up. No, about 1.5 million. The plane normally like 1.5 million, and he was selling it for 100 million. And I'm just making up some numbers, and I couldn't pass it by. Now he was selling it for 1 million. I'm sorry, 1 million. It was 150 million, and he was selling it for me. Oh, I mean, it was just a deal I couldn't make up. So you couldn't take that $1 million and bless some people in your congregation, sir. There's nobody in your church that need nothing. You took their tithing money and said, the money you give to the church is for the church. And the money I use for me is from God. But even Jesus Christ himself didn't drive a Cadillac. He rode a donkey. And he walked. So why you need 4 or 5 Cadillacs in a plane? You know why he walked the land. Let me tell you why he walked the land for the people that don't understand why Jesus walked the land. He walked the land because he didn't want to miss the woman with the blood issue. He didn't want to miss Pookie on the corner. I'm just making up stuff because I'm for sure wasn't nobody on the corner then. He didn't want to miss the drunk man, the blind man, the lame man, the dead man. He didn't want to miss them people. If he would have went any other way besides walking, he wouldn't have seen the prostitute, Jezebel. He would have missed them because he would have been in the air. They down here on the ground. If he was driving his Cadillac, he would have rolled past them. Don't you do that every Sunday, Pastor? Every Sunday, don't you ride through the hood or go through a corner? You can't tell me, Pastor, that you ain't rolled past no homeless person in your city. You can't tell me that. And I want to challenge you. Did you get out your Cadillac? Did you at least put your hands on them? No, you didn't. It's too many of them. You will let your window down. Hey, my church is on the corner of Franklin and Union. You need to come on down to the church. Take some of that money you're begging for and put it in the tithe. And watch Jesus change your life. Don't you buy that liquor, you better go put it in that tithe. Jesus will get you up off that corner. I'm a walking testimony. Hallelujah. The church is a business. Why do Pastor Marvin Winans need a new church? The economy we in right now, rent is sky high. People can't buy food. Folks is homeless. Why are you asking for a new church? I don't get you as a man of God that's leading the flock. Why are you asking for a new church? In the midst of all this going on, look at the White House. Look at the stuff this man doing. And all you can do is ask people for a church. You ain't raising this money to say we finna get housing for these people. We finna get another food pantry because every 24 hours a day we finna be open. I always say this, why do the church doors close? Jesus don't never close. Jesus on the main line. Tell him what you want. He don't sleep nor does he slumber. He stay up 24 hours a day to get our call. So why do his people, his bishops, his pastors, why you closed? Who told you get a break? Jesus don't get no break. How you get a break? How come I can't call you 24 hours a day and say, Pastor, I'm sitting here, I'm scared, I need somewhere to go, and you figure it out. We're going to this hotel and I'm going to pay for it from my phone. Well, why we can't call y'all? You getting enough money? You got a plane. Let me sleep on the damn plane then. Cut the heat on. Let's make this soul plane. Since your church not open, all these churches all over this city and the doors stay closed. And the heat stay on because the pipes are bust. But you got people outside like this outside in front of the church. And the church is in there warm. Nobody in there. This is outrageous. A lot of people not going to heaven, y'all. They're going to hell. They're going to hell. And that was just so heavy on my soul this morning because let me tell y'all about my life. It also said you have not because you ask not. And I feel so horrible because it feel like I'm always in need, y'all. It is such a bad feeling to feel like you cannot get out of a hole. But let me tell y'all what I'm always in need because I always thought I can give my way out of debt. I always thought the more I give, the more I will receive. And I'm for sure it's true because God has blessed me abundantly so many times. But where I went wrong, I gave to the wrong people. Just like people in the church giving to the wrong church. I gave to the wrong people. And I depleted everything God blessed me with. Thinking I was doing a good deed. I neglected myself. When y'all hear me say YouTube bless me, I didn't spend none of that money on myself. I thought this was the opportunity to change some people's lives. So I thought I was doing a good deed. You get your rent paid. You get your rent paid. You get your car fixed. You lost your money. I got you. I'm just giving out money thinking this is what God wanted me to do. But the whole time, I'm giving out money to leeches. And a lot of times, those leeches come from your body. I'm just being real today. A lot of times, the people that got your same bloodline will drain you dry and laugh at you like the church laughed at that lady when you don't have nothing. Well, I'm back down, y'all. I ain't trying to be like Dr. Umar and beg, but I'm in a situation and I'm asking you to give to the channel. And if you don't, that's fine. Just give me some prayer. I want y'all to reach out right now towards me and pray the blood of Jesus over my life. I'm fighting for my son's life, and I'm fighting for my life. Y'all watch me. Whoever been following me, watch me get this house. Now, I came up in this house in March. And I stood in this kitchen with Mr. Willie, a black man. And he seemed to be a God-fearing man. I wanted this house so bad because I wanted to get out of my son's place because I had been with him for 2 years. Paying all his bills because I'm not a leech. Not a leech. Thank you so much. I'm not a leech. And I'm trying not to cry here. I just started talking about God in the kitchen. I have a money judgment that's $9,500 on my credit. Because I told you, I'm going to tell y'all again this morning. This is my testimony this morning. So if you got somewhere to go, I understand. I worked my way out of a car after a bad divorce. Worked hard. My friend is laying in the funeral home right now. Her funeral is Saturday. She called me up on the phone. She like my baby sister. She only 38 years old, 56. Get over here and get out that car, girl. How many times you didn't help me? She returned the favor. Get over here, girl, bye. You better get over here. So I went to stay with her for 2 months. helped her with her baby. She worked. I started working. We ended up falling out over some stupid stuff. When she died, we weren't even talking, and I got to go watch her cold on Saturday, which breaking my heart. Her son is 11, or was he 12? 12 years old. She was going through a divorce. Her divorce not even final. God finalized it. So I got to watch Anthony cry about his wife that's gone. Now he regrets some things. Okay, anyway, to make a long story short, I worked my way out that car. I saved enough money to get the place I had. I loved my apartment. It was like a condo. It was like a penthouse. And my baby girl stayed with my oldest daughter most of the time because I was working so hard. I didn't want her home by herself. So I had my apartment to myself. It was, I mean, when I say it was beautiful, y'all, I loved my place. And then things start happening again. I caught the case because of my daughter. I had to continue to drive DoorDash because now my field, my profession that I always went to school for, what I always worked in all my life, business, management, banking, I couldn't get them jobs no more. I even went to school for criminal justice. I couldn't work in that field no more because of this case. And all the money I had saved, I depleted it paying for an attorney that told me at the end to plead out on a deal, which I could have did that with a court-appointed lawyer. A black man. Gave him my last. And he told me to plea out. I listened to him, not knowing it's a high-end misdemeanor because I've never been in trouble in my life. Here I was, 52 years old, never been in trouble. So I'm believing him because they call him the GOAT. He was like the Johnny Cochran of Michigan. I didn't watch this man beat crug cases and murder cases. And I'm like, I know you can beat this little case. He didn't beat it. He had me plea out after taking my money. So here I am with a record. High court misdemeanor. I'm thinking a misdemeanor. I can still work in jobs. Not a high court misdemeanor when it's a violent one. They think you violent. I can't even go back and work at the airport. For 3 years. I got to wait to get it expunged because I can get it expunged in 3 years. I'll be 59 years old when this get off my record. If that's the case, I would have went on through my second trial. They took a person, never been in trouble, a taxpayer, hard-working mother, kept her kids as much as she could off the system, never harmed nobody, went to school for criminal justice, and charged me like I've been getting in trouble all my life and made me go through 2 trials. Christopher Becker. Forget that old lady who took care of her kids, stayed out the way all her life. $50. Lock her up. They didn't care. You know what I'm saying? But 3 white boys up North Michigan, the same state, did massive bank robberies with pow-pows, and all 3 of them got probation. My son in the feds facing years because he lost his mind and did something stupid. He facing years. Them 3 white boys got probation. Anyway, y'all, I'm giving my testimony this morning. I faced a Karen where I was living. She befriended me, tried to act like she was cool with me because I used to sell online. I told her I still got a bunch of stuff in here. All the stuff y'all can see behind me, I'm selling. Everything got to go. My desk even got to go. Everything, this chair got to go. She said, oh, you know what? We can start doing sales and, you know, we can have stuff in the office and you got the pretty jewelry. So she was one of the managers. She came up with a plan that we was going to be cool and sell some stuff, right? Well, one day I was having a barbecue and the kid, where I lived, the pool was like a resort. My place was like a resort. It was so beautiful, y'all. We had waterfalls all over the properties. We had the beautiful pool with the hot tubs outside. We had the outside bar with the music, and we had the fire pits. It was beautiful where I lived. So I had company over, and the grown-ups, we in the gazebo, we chilling. The kids over there, they ain't even in the pool because it's past pool hours. They over by the fire pit, and security told them they can stay there as long as we was over there in the gazebo. So I see the property manager walking with her 2 big dogs. She walked right past us, the grown-ups. And I'm like, Melissa must be walking her dogs. That's kind of late. This woman lived on the property for free because she was the manager. This woman would have cameras in her house to watch the property. She was super woman. She watched everything on that property to make sure like it was hers. So she saw the kids on her camera at the fire pit. She walks over there with her 2 dogs like this 1950. So all of a sudden, my daughter come running to me. Now my daughter Gina, Mama, Miss Melissa got her dog. I said, what? So all of us go over there. My brother, everybody go over there. Like, what's going on? She got the kids up against the thing like that. She got her dogs. They're not supposed to be in here. B, you got me messed up. I blessed her so bad. I said, wait a minute. You got these black children up against the corner like they in the 1950s. Did you finna sick your dog on them? Where the water hose? Have you lost your mind? Well, it's after hour. Security said they could be here. Well, I'm the boss. Karen. So me and her had choice words. I reported her to corporate. She didn't lose her job. I started holding my rent. Okay, until y'all do something. Not only that, she stopped sending maintenance to do stuff in my apartment. So I'm holding my rent until we go to court because I'm finna let them see the video and your ass in trouble. I want your job for what you did. By the time I got to court, which was like 4 months later, the judge was on my side, white woman. She was going off on Melissa. She didn't like her. So she gave me 60 more days for them to figure it out. So when we went back to court, I got my money in escrow. I got my money, right? The judge said, well, she showed me her escrow account. She has her rent. Now it's time for her to sign her lease. When you sign this lease today, she'll give you all your back rent. Because she said you fixed everything was supposed to be fixed, and I still got to address what happened at the pool with those kids. You know what Melissa said? Well, corporate decided not to sign her lease. So we're not going to sign it. You not go what? We decided to just, go our separate ways because we're not getting along, And the judge was like, what that got to do with her living arrangements? You don't have to get along with her. Well, it's just been too much stuff, and threats, and now she's the victim. So I said, wait a minute, you're not signing my lease. So, you finna cancel the back rent, right? No, we still need the money. $9,500 after they put the fees on there and all kind of other stuff. They even took my deposit. I owed them $9,500. So now I'm sitting there in a situation. I got a record. So apartments don't rent to people with violent crimes. A lot of them don't. I'm a black woman. I'm driving DoorDash at the time, so I don't have the job I had when I moved in there. My daughter still fighting leukemia. And I don't have nowhere to go. So I had to either take my money and leave or pay her and leave broke. So I had to take my money, live in my car, live in hotels, try to find my way, end up at my son's house, helping him out, and end up with a money judgment. So I never had a record over 50. I never had a money judgment because I pay my bills over 50. I've never been without a job over 50. And I was homeless over 50. It is all came behind somebody doing something to me. That wasn't my case. I didn't know that girl. That was my daughter problem. I defended myself where I lived. I got in trouble and got kicked out. So here I am messed up, trying to struggle to get my life back right. On top of my husband just took everything I had. My car, all my clothes, even my deceased parents' stuff he took. I didn't have nothing but my laptop, a damn sundress, some flip-flops, and my faith. That's all I had left in the world, and my children. So right now, y'all, I have a money judgment for $9,500. Won't nobody rent to me. They ain't looking at all the years I raised my kids off my sweat and tears. No sleep, 2 jobs, being a hard-working mama. Thank you so much, Miss Joyce. They don't understand. Even when my kids' fathers was in prison and doing stupid stuff, and I'm praying for them, and I'm trying to live and keep my kids in good areas, they didn't look at all them years that I worked hard. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm taking care of my elderly parents. They didn't look at that. I still had to work when my mother was in a coma. I had to work 12 hours a day and make sure my sister stayed there 24 hours a day with my mama in a nursing home to make sure nobody hurt my mama. Because I had to work 12 hours a day. All through the day, I would stop on my go bus, check on my mama. My mama okay? Did y'all turn her over? Did y'all clean her up? Did y'all, mama, you out? I talk to her, pray over, go back to work. I used to do this all day, every day. 7 days a week. Because I still had to pay bills, take care of my kids. My daddy had passed. My sister had passed. My niece had passed. My mother was dying from a broken heart. So I still, with all the passings I had in my family, my rocks was dying on me. And I still had to go punch a clock. They didn't see that. They don't look at, well, all these years Nina was renting. Look at all these years. She never been evicted. She never missed a beat. She took care of her kids. Good. She been on Section 8 3 times, got off Section 8. She the truth. She works hard. Her daddy worked hard. Her daddy put that in her. Her daddy taught her how to fish. She didn't depend on no man. She never even went to the front of the court. She put her own diapers on her baby's butt. She didn't ask a man for nothing. She never sold her body. The courts didn't look at that. Money judgment. So when I go apply somewhere, y'all, do y'all know how many places I went in and degraded myself and cried and pleaded to these white folks to let me rent? It's the time, y'all, I went in this place called York Creek Apartments. I lived there when I was pregnant with my youngest daughter. Nice place. I sat down. I said, I want to speak to the manager. They let me speak to one of the managers. Let me tell y'all what I did. Same thing I did with Mr. Willie. When I first sat down, I asked the young white girl, I said, do you believe in God? She said, yes. I said, do you believe bad things happen to good people? She said, yes. She said, I'm a faithful woman. I got to crying to this woman. I said, listen, I have a money judgment on my credit. I told her the story I just told y'all. It ain't because I didn't pay my bills. I had a decision to make. Now, I got $9,500 on my credit. I can't even rent nowhere. I got 6 months of rent right now, cash. I can either go pay off my credit and some other bills and be depleted and can't move nowhere, or I can pay you 6 months and try to get somewhere. This woman worked so hard trying to get me in that place. No, let me go back. No, I didn't have 6 months. I had 3 months. I said I paid my deposit plus a couple months rent ahead. And I said, if you just let me get in this place. She worked so hard for me. She called corporate. She prayed for me. She called several times and said, Nina, I'm trying my best to get you in this place. Then one day the phone rang and I seen her and my heart just dropped. I said, Lord, please, please let this be my place. She said, I'm sorry. I did everything I could. But that money judgment, until it's paid in full, we can't rent to you. Do you know how this world is so cruel? They'll let you be outside because you're poor. They don't give you new beginnings. Not like this. They don't give you no new beginning. They don't care what the situation was. Sorry, we got to leave you in your car. Even though you got the finances. Because by then I was doing YouTube. I'm like, here go my YouTube checks and here go my YouTube money. I'm doing good now, massa. I'm doing good. Not good enough. Go pay that and holler at me. Go pay that, then come back with 5,000. So here I am back in my son's house, discouraged, and I met Mr. Willie. I stood in the kitchen and I prayed for this house. And when I told him, this is how I got it though. I came here in March, right? I said, if you give me this place, I'll pay you January and February. That had already passed. He said, when you want to sign? You giving me the house? Yeah. But it took for me to give him 2 months rent. I wasn't even here. He knew my situation. I told him my testimony, but I still had to pay him 2 months that I wasn't even here to get the place. From girls that was on Section 8, I was competing against Section 8 recipients, y'all. It was like 20 people that wanted this place, and most of them was on Section 8. That's guaranteed money. So I had to make it sound good. Hey, I got guaranteed money too. I got cash. Cash trump everything. Okay. Give it to him. Then when I paid him 3 months plus a deposit, I still didn't move in here yet. I was so used to David's house because David got a nice apartment, downtown view. I'm still laying back at David's house like I really don't even want to go deal with this house, man. I'm comfortable at David's house in his king size bed. And he's like, Mama, when you going home? So I finally had to start putting stuff in here, right? By the time I moved in here, it was kind of warm. It was April this year. I take my plug ups, y'all. I have them all over my house. These are for rodents because rodents is my biggest fear. I don't know what you're afraid of. Some people are afraid of snakes. Some people are afraid of fish. My biggest fear outside of Michael Myers is Chuck E. Cheese, little cousin, in my house. I might see him outside. I ain't scared of him because I'm in a bigger place. In my own dwelling, I don't play with Chuck E. Cheese. One of us got to go. So, about a month ago or 2 months ago, I don't know if y'all was on my video with me when I said Gino seen Chuck E. Cheese in the kitchen. And I said, one of us got to leave. Remember I said that, whoever's watching me? I said, my son just seen Chuck E. Cheese. I'm about to pack him, get out this house. Well, we didn't see Chucky no more because I got the mint spray. See, I'm like Ghostbusters. I'll put the backpack on. I got the mint spray. I'm spraying. I got ammonia. Right now, I can't breathe, y'all. My whole house smell like ammonia all day till it's messing with my lungs. My grandbaby got really sick with the stomach flu the other day because I believe Chuck E. Cheese germs. Let me tell y'all, as it's getting colder in here, I found out this house is infested. I am so mad. I am so mad. And I've been crying. I've been hiding and doing videos because I've been here 10 months. You know how much this man had got from me in 10 months? $18,000. I paid $1,800. I paid $1,800 a month. I done paid him $18,000 in 10 months to live in an infested house. The garage is infested. It's attached to an alley. And it's a railroad track down the street. I should have known better because around the corner, I know some girls live around the corner and all their houses are infested in this area. I should have known better. But I wanted to get out of my son's house so bad. Don't get me wrong, Mr. Willie didn't call it the exterminator twice. Ain't doing nothing. I'm walking around here throwing ammonia on everything because they call it predator piss. It smells like a cat pee. So my house smell like ammonia. I done spent $30 a gallon on mint spray. I'm spraying like I'm Ghostbusters with mask on. I had to send my baby girl away with my grandson yesterday because I'm like, y'all got to get out of here because y'all can't be smelling all these fumes. I feel like blowing the place up. I don't know who was on the video with me last night. Was y'all on the video with me last night? I want y'all to go back and watch the video. I want y'all to see a part. I don't even know what time it was in the video. I was talking, and all of a sudden my expression changed. I was like, some ran right across the floor while I was on the video. And I had to keep my composure while I was talking to y'all. I was so scared. Do you know I sat on my love seat till 4 in the morning like this, crying and praying because I was scared to get up? My house is spotless, y'all. I don't keep no food out. I mop my floor every day. I am a very, very clean person. He didn't tell me this house was infested. He told me the people before me was trifling. They had the yard messed up. I paid to get the yard done. It was weeds growing all outside the house. I paid for somebody to do all that. I pay every week for people to do my yard. I don't even park in the garage. I got the electric garage opener. You think I'm going up in there and it's infested? The garage is infested. The people before me was nasty as shit. And what the landlord did was he put new stuff in here. But what's behind the new stuff in the walls? Sometimes I sit in my office and I can hear them in the walls and it cringe me. I just get in my bed and cover my head and be crying because I'm so afraid. I'm so mad. I can't be mad at God, but I'm mad because I was like, God, I gave you all I had to get in this place and this is what I get. So I done told my landlord, I done looked up Michigan law. And Michigan law said, you don't have to pay a landlord. And it's against the law for them to have you in an infested place because they carry so many germs. Sonny was so sick, y'all. He was throwing up like a grown man. And it got to be from the germs. And I'm constantly scrubbing and Lysoling. So I told him, he got to get out of here. He's a baby. So the law states I can sue my landlord for up to $6,500 in small claims. I can break my lease. But what that's going to do when I'm broke? $18,000 I paid in here. That's just, listen, y'all, that's just rent. I have $1,200 to $1,400 a month in bills that I didn't pay for the last 10 months. Is that $14,000? So I done paid enough to pay down on a house to be in this place. Am I counting right? 3,000 times 10. Am I counting right? Is that $30,000? In 10 months. I still got 2 more months to pay. My lease up in January. I made a video crying to my son last night because he was sleeping and sent it to him. I said, David, please come get me. I am upstairs and scared to come downstairs, open the door. Please come and get me out this house. I know you ain't supposed to have nobody in your place, David, but you know, my kids have never, ever, ever, ever lived with rodents and brown brothers, roaches. Never. My kids scared of spiders. My house been clean all their life. My boys left stuff in my garage in my last house. I got to my last house and said, where's my lawnmower and my rakes and all my stuff? Mama, we left it because it was spiders in there. Y'all left they left all my garden stuff in my garage. It was spiders. Gino and David and their friends. They never lived with nothing like that. I worked at a job that was infested one day. I held my urine all day long because I started seeing traps all around the job. And I said, it was a cash store and I was a manager. And I'm like, why they got all these traps? And the girl said, girl, it's infested. What? So I sat there all day, scared to move, didn't eat lunch or nothing. Called the state of Michigan. It's against the law to make somebody work under them standards. So the lady tried to fire me. Well, since you can't work in the environment, we're going to let you go. Guess what the state of Michigan did? They made them pay me unemployment for 2 years. I was there one day. One day they paid me for 2 years. You cannot force people to live and work with rodents. They are about the nastiest species running around here. But now I don't even have no money, y'all. My life story is so messed up. I don't even have money to move. YouTube messing with my channel. I made enough from YouTube just to pay my rent this month. I don't have the $1,400 in the bill buddy. And I really don't care. I don't care. I can't say I'm going to live in my car because my daughter's friend blew my engine. I don't even have a car. Last time at least I had my car. If I'm not the book of Job, I don't know what I am. God took everything from Job. But guess what? I'm just like Job. I would never curse God. He can take this robe and leave me naked. I would never curse God. All I've been doing is praying. Praying. God, it got to be a better way. And what the Lord have shown me is, there's some people in your life you got to get rid of, Nina. Because those people that was around you when you was up bring you back down, and now you depleted again. It's something in your life you got to change. It is the people around me. I don't go out. I don't drink. I don't party. I don't smoke. So it got to be the people. Some people would drain you dry. They put a God about you. They put a blessings up out of you. It's constantly drama around me. I went to see about my baby girl y'all seen a few months ago. I got maced. And somebody said, stop hanging with your kids. I don't hang with my kids. I don't even hang with myself. I don't go nowhere. But when your child call, he help me. My car's surrounded. The baby here, they got weapons. You going. But I had the police on the phone the whole time. And they took like 45 minutes to get there. By the time they got there, me and my grandbaby was maced by these young, wild kids who have no respect and no fear of God. My daughter was in a situation, I had to protect her. I catch a case, protecting my daughter who had leukemia. The courts didn't see it that way. I'm a criminal. And it's like, God, do you not hear me? I mean, I done lost my mama, my daddy, my sister, my niece, 2 aunties in 18 months. My best friend, like my baby sister, laying over in the Browns funeral home. I got to bury her Saturday with her family. My house is infested. I thought it was a beautiful place. If y'all look at this house, it looks so beautiful, y'all. The yard is beautiful. The exterior, the interior is so beautiful. Cabinets, new floors. I mean, my office is beautiful. I prayed for an office. I got the walk-in closet. Y'all seen it? I have so many clothes. I don't even know what to do with them. And I ended up with no clothes but the clothes on my back after my divorce. So God was blessing me and blessing me. I got the huge deck out there. I got the bar on the deck with the umbrella. I got all the nice things. The kitchen is brand new, black refrigerator, stove. I mean, everything is new up in here. Fireplace on the wall. My house right now, if I walk through it, ain't nothing out of place. I don't go to bed with a dirty house. My dishes is washed. I don't leave my bed until I make it up. I was raised right. I mop my floors every day. I scrub my counters. I throw ammonia around. I spray. I got the plug-ins. Nothing working. And he trying his best. Okay, Nina. Okay. And then I'm scared of traps. I'm so scared of these things that I can't even stand to see traps, y'all. For real. I don't know why I'm like that. I can't even stand to see a trap. Ooh, get that away from me. He put a trap. I was gone all day because when my brother leave, because right now just me and my brother here. And my brother do help me when he here. I sent my daughter and the grandbaby away. Gino was fighting for his life in the situation. So just me and my brother here. He in the basement, and I'm way upstairs. We got 2 empty rooms on the first floor. He was just calling me because I texted him last night crying because I was scared to get off the couch. So that's why he's calling me. I'm about to call him back in a minute because he's finna leave for work, and I'm leaving with him. Let me tell y'all, when my brother leave every day, I leave too. I go sit up in Starbucks all day. Like 10 hours a day because I'm scared to be in my house. And I'm on my computer. And it's sad because I prayed to be in the comfort of my home. Now I'm going to call my brother, tell him, walk me to the bathroom so I can get in the shower. I'm too scared to go to the bathroom. Do y'all know I have this thing by my bed? I urinate in there at night because I'm scared to go to the bathroom and I got baby wipes next to my bed. I'm scared to move in this house. I don't cook in here no more. I don't buy groceries in here. I hate this place. It feels like I'm surrounded by a bunch of little demons. I'm like, Lord, what curse do I have? Do I still have that curse on me that lady did to me in Birmingham? I told you I let this white lady pray over me in Birmingham. And my mother always told me don't let people put their hands on you. I let this older white lady pray for me in the midst of my marriage falling apart. And she just picked me out the blue. This is how the devil works, y'all. Be careful. I'm sitting there in a restaurant doing work while my little girl at school, my husband on the road, me and him going through some stuff, facing a divorce, minding my business, drinking coffee, just doing some work. And this white lady used to be there every morning, old white lady. She walked up to me. She said, I noticed that you be here every day. What are you working on? I said, well, ma'am, I do online stuff. My husband on the road, and I make money off my computer. Can I join you for lunch? Sure. White lady, sat down. Do you know Jesus? Yes, ma'am. We got to talking. And we had a good time. I was telling her about my hip. They wanted to give me hip surgery. My knee was bad. She told me about the hot yoga that was behind the restaurant. And we had a good old time. She invited me to her church. So I'm thinking she was in the right place, a good place. She made me trust her. The devil is trickery. So when we got ready to go, she stood up. She said, can I pray for you, young lady? How can I say no? I didn't think nothing. First, she charmed me. See, that's how the devil worked. They would charm you. She prayed on me, and I wanted to pull away. My first mind, listen to your first mind. Your first mind tell you to do something, you better do it. She got to speaking in a plicker. I didn't know what she was saying. Plicker. And I'm like, this don't even sound like tongue. Speaking in tongue. What is she saying? And I opened my eyes, and it seemed like my mother got at me like, get your hand. You know, I wanted to say, get your hands off me, but I didn't want to be disrespectful. So she got done. She seen I was getting kind of tense. And she said, make sure you come to my church now. And she left. I never seen that lady no more. That lady prayed for my hip. She prayed for my knee. That's what she said she prayed for. I didn't understand her language. She said she prayed for my marriage. She prayed over my kids. And my life was going to change. But she didn't say for the better. Do y'all know it? It wasn't even 30 days. My husband started acting like a dang old fool. I ended up leaving Birmingham with just the stuff I could put in my SUV with my daughter. I ended up living in my car. So there goes my husband. There goes my home. My daughter ended up with cancer. She prayed for my kids. My son constantly was getting into it with his girlfriend. She prayed for my kids. I ended up catching a case. There go my record. My credit that I kept all my life in good standards was depleted because I had to live off my credit cards. So I rebuilt everything up after my divorce, and it went right back down again. I don't know what kind of curse that lady put on me. Oh, my hip went worse. My knee went out. Everything she prayed for got worse. Every single thing. Every time I came around, it was drama. It seemed, and I used to cry like, Lord, why do I feel like I'm drama? I'm the one that's always happy, telling jokes, want to be happy. Why drama always around? Everybody would argue around me. My relationships wouldn't last. You know, I was involved with a certain person, and we fell out, and I'm the type of person like this. I can get along with anybody I've been with, family, to this day. I can call people family members, and they treat me like I'm still their daughter. So I don't be trying to call people to tell my business. I just be needing an event. That's why I'm glad I have y'all. I know people go dog me out and talk about me. You always going through something. I do. I recognize that. I'm trying to figure out why. But I call this person, I text this person auntie. Not to be messy. Just I needed somebody. I don't have my mom no more. I don't have no friends by choice because they messy. I just needed somebody. In the Bible states that the younger women supposed to go to the older women for guidance, right? when she was older than me. And she said she was a God-fearing woman. So I texted her and was telling her what I was going through, thinking she was going to give me a word. Do you know, she pretty much cussed me out because that was her nephew. I didn't say nothing bad about him. I just said, this is what we're going through, and I love him dearly, and I don't know this and that and this, and I'm trying to figure it out. Don't cut it to me about my nephew. I don't get in my nephew business, and you foul, you wrong, and woo. I'm reading it, and my heart is hurting because I thought these people genuinely loved me too, because they've been knowing me for like 3 years. I thought they really cared about me as a person. So they would be concerned if I'm hurting, right? No, I was just there at that moment with him, but as soon as we're not together no more, I'm not shit to them. And that hurt my heart, because I'm not like that. People that's been dealt with my brother years ago can call me right now. One of his friends that he used to date called me the other day crying. I got mad at him. I said, why you do that? She lying, Nina. He acted like, my brother acted like a little boy when it come to me. She lying, sis. But I checked him about his behavior. I didn't say, what you calling me for? He ain't dealt with you and I don't know when. You stupid. Don't be putting me in my brother's business. I talked to her. I'm older than her, and I talked to her. Just a few years, because my brother older than me. She about 52. But I talked to her. Because I know how life is. I know how men are. I know pain, love hurts. I know sometimes people mislead you. I know what men do. So I'm like, you don't be doing that. If you're doing that, what will mama say to you? All I got to do is mention my mother to my brother. He turned. But this woman went off on me pretty much. And then I reached out to another family member before that. They went off on me. And I'm like, well, this is a different kind of family, because I don't do that. Even my son's girlfriends who have cursed me can call me right now in distress, and I'll give them the word of God. I won't say, you remember you called me the B word. I'm not going to say that, because I didn't already forgave them. Well, what if Jesus Christ was on that tree and he said, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do? Why wouldn't I say that about these people? Forgive them, Father, they don't know what they're doing. Disrespecting their elders, they can't know what they're doing. Forgive them. And I keep it moving. But when you're going through the worst times of your life, you can't call nobody. When you always been an open door to everybody, you always been nice to people. I am the nicest person people want to meet, man. I used to be a bitch. But I look over my life with my kids' fathers. They did me wrong because I was so kind and sweet. I used to be so kind and sweet and just give and be quiet and yes, okay, I understand. They used to be me. Then I got vicious. I didn't like that. And I went back to being cool. Now I'm right here. And people treat me like shit. People do not return the favor. And most of these people go to church, y'all. You can call somebody right now in church and give them the testimony, and they go tell everybody they know and talk about you. I don't know why I'm going through what I'm going through, but I'm tired of going through it. I am so discouraged. And I had a scripture to come up on me that God is close to the crushed spirit and the brokenhearted. So he knows my pain. I don't know where I'm going to go. I hate Michigan. Every time I come back to this city, it's problems. The only thing I'm going to miss when I leave this city is my children, my siblings, which is only 2 over here, and their kids, and my parents' grave. I don't have no attachments here. I hate this place so bad. I have always hated Michigan. Every corner I roll up on, everywhere I go, is bad memories in the city. I remember such and such got killed there. I remember I got my heart broke there. I remember this happened there. Every part. That's why I don't go outside. But now I gotta go outside because I'm scared to be inside. Ain't that something? It's like the devil saying, well, you ain't finna be comfortable here either. This time you ain't got no car to live in. I guess The devil want me in a sleeping bag. Because I don't even have a car to run to this time. Because I swear on everything I love, if I had a car, y'all, I would live in my car right now. I would live in that car right now. I probably would walk away out of everything in here. He can have it all. And I would live in my car. But I'm going to get one of my nephews over here, a couple of my nephews, to come stay up in here with me while I sell everything. And I'm going to have a big old marketplace sale, eBay. I want to be a traveling blogger. I just want to travel. I want to get on a train. Sometime the plane, I would just love to get on the train and look out the window at the trees and just see the earth and just travel all over this world and blog. Just me. My kids didn't turn out like I wanted them to. Sometimes they treat me really, really horrible. You wouldn't even think the kind of mother I was. My kids would say the things they say and do the things they do. I am so discouraged. And I'm like, what was it all for, Lord? What was it all for? I know I didn't come in this world to suffer and just die. My sister died off from a heart attack because of her kids. My niece pretty much drove my sister to her grave. She died in her sleep, just retired. Died in her sleep a week before her retirement party. When I seen my sister before she died, she was so small and she looked so sick. Her face was sunk in. I said, Mama, she driving my sister crazy. What's she doing to my sister? I'm getting ready to go to work to get on my bus because I used to drive buses. They called me in the office. My niece screaming and hollering on the phone. Not her daughter, my brother's daughter. And Helena dead. It took me a minute to understand what she was saying. I said, what you saying? And Helena dead. She's screaming. My sister? What? What are you talking about? She died in her sleep, man. I had to go tell my mama her firstborn was dead. That was the hardest thing I had to do. Tell my mama her daughter was dead. My mother just about lost her mind. And after that, she just was a broken-hearted person. She didn't want to live no more. She just buried her lifetime partner of 60 years. Now her daughter. So, this is my testimony, y'all, and about church. Reason I'm not even thinking about going to no church, because they ain't gonna help me. They too busy getting building fund money. I ain't pay tithes. I don't go to their church. A Catholic church might help me, but so many people going to Catholic churches right now, they really don't have no help. And I'm always, you know what else I notice about my life? I'm always a day late and $1 short. I watch all these people get housing, get stuff paid off. And they got this program over here, they giving cars away. And they doing it as soon as I get there. Oh, we just don't have funding no more. Oh, you make too much money. Oh, you this and that. Oh, we closed the program yesterday. It's a program right now in Grand Rapids paying 18 months or 24 months for these girls to live free. They give them 2 years free. You just can't have men up in there. And if you do, I think it's just a few hours a day. Cool, I don't have a man around me anyway, right? I call the program. Oh, how old are you? 56? Oh, we not doing that for elders right now. The cutoff is 24. We was just doing it for elders. You missed it by like 2 weeks. When after my divorce, the YWCA was helping women, battered women, mentally abused women with housing, helping them get on their feet. I go there. All the beds are full and we don't have any more funding. They was helping people get hotel rooms. Oh, we're not doing that no more. I'm like, I'm in my car. I'm running from my husband. I need help. But did you go down to the shelter? I'm looking like, what? I stay in my car. And I did. I've never had help. It sounds like I'm needy, but nobody never really helped me. I always worked. Even degrading myself going to work at Five Guys Burgers over 50 to save to get where I was living, to keep it. I didn't put in so many resumes, y'all. Because people are like, why you want to get a job? I didn't put in so many resumes and call so many people. And when they do my background, they don't call me back. Now I'm to the point I tell them about my background before I waste my time. I had got a job at Sheldon Cleaners as a manager. They put me on salary making $48,000 a year. We're going to put you on salary. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. I worked there 1 week. They called me in the office and said, your background just came back. See, these jobs, what they do now, they'll hire you and do your background later. This the dumbest shit I ever heard of. I said, okay. Well, because you got that high court misdemeanor, it's like a felony, we're going to have to let you go. 1 week. They seen I was a good worker. They seen my credentials. I've been doing management over 30 years. I got schooling behind me. They looked at one mistake that I made, don't even know what happened, and told me I couldn't work there. I'm not a violent person. I don't go around here being a criminal. I had to protect my daughter. But I had to plea out because I didn't want to get a felony. Because I thought a felony would stop me from working. No, the misdemeanor did it too. That's crazy. So people are like, go get a job. I'm trying. On top of YouTube, just taking my money, just not even allowing me to make the money I was making. I thought this was it. I said, oh, Lord, this is it. This is my time. It's my time to shine. Oh, my God. And all I kept thinking about, I can bless people. Oh, my God. I can live the way I want to live. Finally, financially free. YouTube is the way. God told me to get on here, and it's the way. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like YouTube put up a wall. Boom. I'm not going to let them 66,000 people see you. Because people walk up to me in the streets, y'all, and be like, Nina, why you ain't on YouTube no more? They don't even see me. I'm on here every day. I show up every day, even when I don't even get views. I show up. Faith without works is dead. I still show up when YouTube stopping me. I used to go viral at least 2 times a month when I started this YouTube channel. Viral at least 2 times a month. They put up a whole wall so my people don't even see my videos. They don't even know I'm still here. So if y'all wonder how she only get 172 people watching her and she got 66,000 subscribers, that don't add up. The devil then put up another blockage. I promise y'all, I can't go nowhere in my city for real without people recognizing me. Somebody recognize me wherever I go. I was in a Goodwill one time. The girl said, oh my God, is that Nina? Hug me. I got a picture with her. I'm going to put it up too. Hug me. Happy to see me. I'm in Walmart. What really blew me, y'all, this before YouTube. This when I was speaking on Facebook. I had came back from my divorce. Came back from my husband, right? Moved back to Grand Rapids. I'm at the cemetery with my kids, seeing my parents and my favorite cousin grave. This man came running towards me full blast, and I'm thinking he could run past me because I'm like, what is he doing? Oh my God, like I was famous. David had to get in front. David said, hold, he pushed me behind me. He said, hold up, man, what you doing? That's my mama. Is that Nina? I'm like, how I'm famous and I'm broke? This doesn't make sense. This ain't. People used to watch me and love me because I can encourage so many people. I'm always encouraging. I'm always speaking a good word. I'm always telling people it's a better day. I'm always saying, you know, God can do all things but fail. I'm always giving and giving and giving. So people love me. But then when I get on here and I show up, the money ain't showing up. I don't know what I did to YouTube. I don't know. Y'all know I had a scare about a month ago. They was for to take my channel. I said, what am I doing? When I watch people dogging folks on this thing. But see, that's what they want. They want me to dog folks. They don't like the God in me. When you talk about God, the devil get mad. I don't do nothing but try to be positive, y'all. I don't go, when I say I don't go out, I don't go to nothing. Hold on, y'all gotta fix this. Then he attacked my son. Because I got this house because me and Gino both needed somewhere to go. So I'm like, son, we'll get this house. And then Gina came back. I said, I got a family house. And then they attacked my son. Let Gino tell it. The corner store. He met the devil. It's a long story. But they did something to him at the corner. So I'm saying, Lord, if I wouldn't have moved in this area, my son wouldn't have met the people he met to mess up his mind. How did I get here? I'm messed up, y'all. So I'm asking for his prayer. I know everybody hurting. I know food stamps getting cut off. I'm saying right now, I don't believe food stamps going to get cut off. I believe you will have your food next month. That's what I'm calling. You going to eat next month. Trust me. Some God is going to show up and show out. You go eat. But my Cash App is in my description. Nina 121269. And the super chat is on my channel. Don't give me nothing which you expect something back like the young lady was doing, because I'd rather not have it. And that's another thing to show you I'm not a greedy person. I had a woman giving me so much money, wanted to give me a vehicle, wanted to change my whole life, but I wouldn't take it. So that lets you know my heart is in a good place. I told her no. Hell no. I'll sleep outside first. All money, not good money. I done had dudes proposition me. I'll change your life. I need you to do this, this, and this. I'm not for sale. If it don't come from God, it come from a good place, I don't want it. But what I'm not going to do is live with Chuck E. Cheese. I promise you that. I'm getting out this house. It ain't even cold, y'all. It's not even snowing. Could you imagine when it get cold up in here? They might be falling out the ceiling. I hear them in the walls. He didn't tell me that. And then when I asked him, let me tell you what he said. Well, the people before you said they did see some sometime. I asked you in that kitchen. Because I always ask the landlords, is it infested? Is y'all got any rodents in here? Oh, no, this house been empty a year. I've been doing this and that. It's clean. And woo. So now, well, they did tell me what? I swear I would have went back to David's house. If he would have said they seen one. They saw one. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Go on and give it to the Section 8. I don't live like that. I deserve better. I worked too hard on my life as a single struggling mother not to live like that, not to be on the system, not to have a record, not to live in filth. I worked too hard. I paid the cost already. I gave. Ooh, I'm so mad, man. But it was something, y'all, before I even started seeing them. It was something not letting me decorate. I haven't decorated this house. I haven't put up a picture. I got all my pictures still in the corner, still like how I bought them at the store. Something wouldn't let me decorate. I kept saying, I don't even feel like putting up. I got a few things downstairs, but I'm like, I don't even feel like, I don't got my bathroom towels up or nothing. I'm like, this ain't even like me. I just didn't feel it. Something inside me was like, don't put up nothing. And I didn't. I'm getting out of here. I don't know what I'm going to do, but everything going for sale. I might end up with just this on my back again. But I'm about to sell that rug or that refrigerator in my office. I'm selling everything behind me of this beautiful desk God blessed me with. I'm selling everything because I got to get money to get a car. So I don't know if anybody on here is good with finances and investments or something y'all can help me with to tell me what to do. But I got to get money to get a car. Because as long as I got a car, I feel like I got shelter. I got to get money to get a car. Because as long as I have a car, I feel like I have shelter. I feel like I have shelter when I have a car. I can always sleep in my car. So I have to get a car first. So I'm going to sell this stuff in here, and I'm going to get me a piece of a car. I bought my daughter a little car, and she pretty much destroyed the car. And then my brother drive it to work because he had 2 Cadillacs out there, and they messed up. He fixed it on his car. And that's what I said, the devil attacking us here. Both my brother Cadillacs is down. My daughter muffler falling off her car. My kids is in chaos. Gino lost his mind in this house. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. I don't know what it is. So Pastor Marvin Winans, help me. I know you got a lot of people in Detroit to help. Help me. At least come put your hands on me, sir. If you from the man of God, travel like Jesus and see what's going on out here with these young women. I'm one of them. This is crazy. And I can't say pastors never helped me. 2 pastors helped me before. When I was homeless. They just went in their pocket and gave it to me. They was like, I know the things you do. You're a sweet person. Here you go. Put some gas in your car. They helped me. You know, I ain't gonna lie. 2 pastors just went in their pocket and helped me. But most of these churches, I can't even right now call a church and say, can you get some movers in here and put my stuff in storage and please give me a couple $100 for storage. Can you have some people come move my stuff out of here? I bet I can't get it. Because that's what I really want to do. Just take everything out, just go put it in storage. But that's a couple $100. I got to get the movers, I got to get the U-Haul, and I got to pay for the storage. That's it. That is at least $500. For real, that's at least $500 I got to come up with. And then I'm standing outside with no car, looking around like, okay, I got stuff in storage. Where I'm going now, Lord? So I'm going to have to call my son. And he can't have nobody at his house. And he can't put me on his lease because I got something on my record. And I got something on my credit. So I can't be on his lease. So the devil just want me outside. I got over a bad divorce. I got over burying my parents. I got buried over my sister. I got over losing things. I got over my credit being bad. I got over going through trial on this case. I got over my daughter fighting leukemia and beating it. Now I'm facing my son. Got to go through trial. And he don't even remember what he did because he ain't got his mind right. I got to deal with him calling me every day, telling my mama the devil's looking at me. What? And I'm praying for him like, Lord, what's wrong with my baby? So I got to deal with him. I don't have no brothers in my city, in my community that been in that situation, can go mentor my son and help me through this situation. Nope. Black Panthers, where y'all at? I don't know how to help my son through a federal case. I don't have money to pay for him a good attorney. But you know what? Let me tell you about God. When he first got his attorney, y'all, he had a white man. It seemed like he was so nonchalant. I'm telling him how Gino was in the Golden Gloves. He always been a good father. He's an A student. Something happened to my son. And he's sitting there like, well, he's facing a lot of time. He didn't care. I started praying. I said, Lord, please help me get enough finances to get him a young white girl as his attorney. Because they respect Karen in the courts. The prosecutor is a foreigner woman. She's white. I don't know if she's something, but she ain't black. She's a foreigner, and she's a firecracker. She's a prosecutor, and she broke down everything you can think about my son. Besides, he a child of God. I'm looking at her like, that ain't even my son. Things happen. But she made it sound so bad. The prosecutors want you to lose your life. So I'm listening to her like, you don't even know my child. What about the good stuff in him? So I'm praying, Lord, please let me get money to get him a good attorney. And I want her to be a white woman because they respect white women in court. And a white woman need to go up against her. That white man ain't going to do nothing with her. She too much for him. Why Gino called me about 3 weeks ago and said, Mama, I don't have the same attorney no more. I said, and I had wrote him all these emails, told him about Gino boxing. I sent him videos of Gino boxing. I sent him certificates, and I sent him colleges that wanted my son to play football, how talented he is, the good kid he is. So I'm like, where'd he go? So I'm like, he got all your information. He said, well, my new attorney came up to talk to me, and she getting me evaluated mentally. She said they want to find out if something wrong with me. I said, who is your attorney? He said, she used to be a prosecutor. She a white woman. What? Wait, what? Yeah, he passed me on to this white lady that used to be a prosecutor, and she said she gonna fight hard for me, and that she gonna find out, do I got any mental problems going on? So she prolonged me going to see the judge until February 2026. I gotta see a psychiatrist. If that ain't God, if that's not God, I kept saying, Lord, I want him to have a white woman to fight this woman. I need somebody just as strong as her. He sent my baby an ex-prosecutor, a white woman. Do you understand me? So when y'all say, why you like Diddy? I gotta like people like Diddy. I gotta pray for Diddy because my son might be up like Diddy and I need prayer. And God sent it. He getting evaluated every day. And then I called her office because I sent her the emails and stuff 2 weeks ago, right? And while I'm sitting in Starbucks last night, I gotta hurry up because I gotta get dressed. My brother can't leave me in this house. I gotta hurry up and get dressed, y'all. And he about to go to work. I said, damn, she haven't called me. And Gino said she haven't came up to see him. I'm like, oh, man, I hope she ain't one of these attorneys just blowing him off, right? So I called her office and I talked to Tammy, her assistant. And I said, Tammy, I was wondering, did you get my email? Tammy sounded like she was, you know how people work from home. Tammy sounded like she was half asleep, white woman. She said, no, I get so many emails. A lot of them I don't even look at. I'm like, what? These people lives on the line, Tammy? What are you doing? So she said, what's your name? I told her. She said, I did read your email. She said, oh my God. I am so sorry for Eugene. He seems such like a good kid. He has so much trauma in his life. And me and Tammy just got to talking. And she said, I am so sorry, Miss Mayberry. I'm going to pass your email to her right now. And I don't know if she want to speak to you or not because she's so busy. She got so many clients. She said, but I'll get back with you and I'm going to pass it on. That email really touched me. I don't even know what made it slip my mind, but we'll get right on it. I'm sitting there doing my stuff on Starbucks. It wasn't even 5 minutes. Tammy called me back. She said, Miss Mayberry, she want to talk to you. Monday morning, is that okay? She excited to talk to you about Eugene. She want to do everything she can to help your son. She is so happy that you reached out. And she wants you to send the videos. She wants you to tell her about your life. I got to tell her about how the police said he was out of his mind when they found him. She want to know all that. So she's interested in his life. An ex-prosecutor. A court-appointed lawyer. An ex-prosecutor. A white woman. If y'all don't tell me, if y'all can't tell me God ain't real. Now, if that's going to change his situation, I don't know. But I know she fighting for him. I don't know what made that white man pass the torch. But I think because I was so on him and I was pushing, and he knew where his heart was at, he's like, I can't fight for him like she want me to. Let me give her his case to her. She'll do it. So now we got 2 white women going up against each other in court for Eugene. Praise God. Thank you, Lord. You can't show up in court with a black attorney. I'm sorry. If you're a black person, you just can't show up with a black attorney unless you got a lot of money. Unless you got a lot of money. Diddy had one black attorney over there, from my understanding. That one woman. And you know why he had one black woman? Because he had to get one black woman that had been through domestic violence and been craped. He told his team, his $10 million team, I need a woman on my team who been craped with an R and been through domestic violence so she can look at Cassie and know what Cassie been through and call Cassie out on her mess. You can't piss in my ear and tell me it's rain. I've been through the same stuff. So she was a firecracker when it came to them women. That don't sound right because I went through that. Nah, that didn't happen. That couldn't have happened like that. That's why she was getting them like that. Diddy was like, I need a woman. I can't show up with all men because I'm going to look bad and they're going to say that we victim shaming. So I need a woman on my team. You see how Diddy outsmarted the courts? And that's how I felt. Gino need a white woman. If this white woman fight for this black man, they'll pay attention. That white man wasn't going to fight for that black man. Because 9 times 10, he didn't even like him. He probably think, okay, you just his mama. He just a criminal. But I'm stressing and stressing and stressing. This is my son. My son. I know a lot of people's sons in there. But something happened to my son. Now, if he just did this in his right mind, I wouldn't be fighting this hard. Something happened to him. Please, Lord, hear my cry. And something's still wrong with him. Every day he called, Eugene, did you read your Bible? Did you ask God to renew your mind? Did you sleep on the word? Yes, Mom. It's under my pillow. Yes, Mom. Then he'll call me, Mom, I'm back in the hole because these demons, I had to fight these demons. They be looking at, Gino, pray. Okay, Mom. And he'll call me back. I'm good, Mama. Something wrong with him. Something wrong with a lot of these people that y'all judging. The devil is soul snatching. And if you not a praying person, a God-fearing person, the devil gonna snatch your kids. Satan, you can't have my kids. You can't have my mind. You can have these things. You can have all this. Because God renew and restore. I thank y'all for listening to me this morning. I know it's early and I done ran my mouth too dang long. This is not what I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to give a testimony. Like I said, my Cash App is Nina121269. I even have a Zelle. My Zelle is my Nina email, Nina121269@gmail. That's my Zelle. Nina121269@gmail. And my Cash App is Nina121269. Super chats. I don't get them for 30 days. When you donate on the channel, I don't get them for 30 days, but I do get them. That's why I don't see half y'all names unless I'm watching. But even if it's $1, I'm not like Pastor Marvin Winans. I would take 50 cents. The situation I'm in, I gotta get out of. It could be 50 cents, and I greatly appreciate it. But I'm in a situation right now, y'all. Even if y'all know somebody to donate cars. I mean, if I can pay notes on the car, somebody give me the opportunity. I mean, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, for real. I don't even know. I'm so messed up. I don't even know which way to turn. I don't. I am so depleted mentally and drained that I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say no more. Talk about me. I don't care. But when you talk about me, please pray for me at the end. You know what I'm saying? This your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. Oh, I'm so discouraged, y'all. I'm so mad. I am so mad. First the devil tried to take my channel. And then this. Boy. Life can be messed up. And guess what? I haven't eaten in probably 3 days. I won't cook nothing. I had some banana bread at Starbucks and ate just a piece of it because I don't even have an appetite. My clothes falling off of me. I am stressed. I went to the doctor. My blood pressure was high. I never had high blood pressure in my life. Always was anemic. Always had low blood. Never had high blood pressure in my life. Now I got to go back to donate plasma. And I know a lot of y'all think plasma is for drug addicts, dope heads. Let me tell y'all about plasma. Plasma saved my daughter Shantia's life. When you see a plasma center, please donate. And they pay you for it. It's not donate blood. You know, black people are so miseducated. We don't understand what donate plasma is. Do y'all know doctors on their lunch break go donate plasma? Police officers donate plasmas to save people's lives. It ain't just to go get no alcohol. And guess what? Drug addicts and alcoholics can't donate. That's a lie. That's a myth. You got to be healthy to donate. They test you every time you walk up in there. I remember we used to donate. My ex-husband was so embarrassed. Why y'all donate? I said, because my doctor told me to start donating, save lives. That's embarrassing. That's for drug dealers, drug addicts. I said, no, it's not. You got to be healthy. And then my daughter ended up with leukemia. And they had to get plasma from the same center that she used to donate to. And it saved her life. She said, Mama, I might have got some of my own plasma back. The plasma saved Shantia's life. So if you need extra money and you want to do a good deed, find your plasma center in your city. Don't be embarrassed to save somebody's life. They pay you to save lives. So ladies, a lot of y'all watching, thinking y'all going to be hungry next month, y'all can make $400 to go get some groceries, because I think right now they got a special. They give it $100 a week. Thank you so much. Sam, is it Sam? I barely see your name. That person gave me $2 and it felt like $200 to me. Thank you for the $2. But I think right now you can donate twice a week, and they give it $100 each time you donate. So that's $200 a week. That's a special they got going on. You got to miss a day. It's every other day. Then you got to wait so many days to come back. So they give it $200 a week right now. That's $800 you can get for food next month. Now that's some game. If you don't go because you embarrassed to starve, I mean, it's a good deed. Normally it's like $80 and then $50. They give you like $130 a week. That's enough to pay your cell phone bill, a car note, buy some groceries. You can do that every month. I know people been donating for years. Paying two people can pay their rent donating. Did y'all know that? 2 people that live together can go donate and pay their rent. A lot of people say they can't hear me. Okay, maybe my phone messing up. Am I talking to myself? All right, I don't know. But my intentions are good. My intentions are good. I hope y'all heard most of the video. But I'm going. It's your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. I'm going. Y'all can't hear me? Somebody say they can. Somebody say they 70 years old and would like to do that. All you got to do is call it depends on your health though. Your blood pressure got to be right. They test your blood. And what I love about donating, y'all, it lets you know if you healthy. If you got HIV, you know what? If you got any kind of diseases, it's going to come up every week. So it's like having a physical every week, and you saving lives, and you getting paid to do it. Y'all on fixed income, go donate. You ain't got to be sitting there, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bill. Go donate. Catch a taxi, catch an Uber. They give you $80 the first day. You wait a day, you go again, they give you $50. That's after you in there for a while. But when you're a new donor, they give you $100. Sometimes they give you $100 for the first 8 visits. That's an extra stream of income. Now, if y'all you sound stupid, that's on you. It saved my daughter's life. It can save somebody's life in your city. It might save your life one day. Donate. And get extra money. Do not be hungry. And people don't got to know what you're doing. You can go way out. You know you got plasma cities all over your city. If you don't want people to know what you're doing, Go way out. But this is what's so stupid about black folks. Y'all be embarrassed and don't want nobody to know what you're doing. But the people in there that's gonna see you donating, they're donating too. So what you embarrassed about? They in there donating too. That's how they know you donating, because they in the line. So how they gonna talk about you? But trust me, the people around you, you're gonna see doctors and attorneys and all that, and they're donating. In Birmingham, it was this doctor, y'all, white man. He said he donate all year because he see patients that need plasma. So him and his whole family donate. He said we donate all year, leave it on our donor card, and we buy Christmas gifts off of it at the end of the year. He said we have so much money at the end of the year on that donor card. And he said sometimes he donate and then he'd take the donor card and bless somebody with it. Somebody homeless or something, a woman with kids, I want to give you my donor card. What's that? I've been donating all year. It's a few $1,000s on it. If that's all you do, just bless somebody with it. So you can save 2 lives. I'm saving this girl over here with her kids that's hungry, and I'm saving somebody that needs some plasma. If that's all you do it for. But let me go, y'all. This your girl Nina from Unbreakable, so I might have to hurry up and get dressed because my brother is not leaving me in the house with Chuck E. Cheese. I am so, oh my God. I am so scared to be in this house. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate to move. I hate to even go in my closet right now and look for clothes. Thank God up here in my upstairs, I got it so fumigated. The scent so strong. Chucky probably passed out. I don't see him up here, so I stay up here all the time because I'm so scared. You know, I'm like, I come upstairs, y'all. Y'all think I'm playing? I come upstairs with this in my hand, ammonia, and I'm just throwing it on the floor. It's just before I get upstairs, you better get out my way. Ain't that sad? And then I got my grandbaby walking around who won, walking on this shit. So I can't. Look, here's my spray bottle of it. I got all kind of stuff in here that I done concocted up, and I'm constantly spraying because they hate smells. So I'm like, it's just scared. You ain't supposed to live like that. Not paying $1,800 a month. I don't live in the ghetto. And I ain't trying to be funny about people that do. I live in a nice, decent neighborhood. I live in a house. You know what I'm saying? I got steel wool stuck everywhere. $1,800 a month. I'm not supposed to live like this. Man, come on, man. These people around here, boy, it needs to be your own people. Do you think Mr. Willie gonna offer me some of my money back? Do you think he gonna put me up in a hotel? No! I lost $18,000 in this damn place. For nothing. I wish I would put a Christmas tree in here. I wish I would cook a Thanksgiving dinner up in here. Hell no. I would eat some McDonald's sitting in my brother's broken Cadillac outside. I be wanting to call some dudes I know, be like, can you come spend the night? Because I hear Chuck E. Cheese. I am not scared of having cover on my head, but like, I got to call somebody. I'm scared. But now he want to lay up and touch me. Shit, I want you to find Chucky. I don't want you touching me. I want you to get Chucky. I'll talk to y'all later. This your girl Dina from Unbreakable Song. Please share this video. Please pray for me. Pray for my family. I don't know if y'all going through what I'm going through. Some people going through worse. They just too embarrassed to talk about it. I'm not too embarrassed to talk about nothing because you know why? I'm going to come out of it. And it's going to be another testimony I have. That's why it's called going through. If God don't want me here, I just know he about to give me. Oh my goodness. I see it coming. Oh, it's a blessing with my name on it. One more thing, y'all, before I go. My daughter's boyfriend. This boy is did 15 years in prison. He got shot when he got out. He's still running around here thinking he a drug dealer. He still calls himself a thug and a gangster. He got the teardrop on his face. I don't even want my daughter around this fool. I mean, I thought he was a good kid, but he ain't. We went to the same car lot a few months ago, right? I'm a hard-working mother. I was getting good income from YouTube. Always took care of my kids. This boy got one son, don't take care of him, in and out of the penitentiary, bragging about pow-powing people. We go to the same car lot. We see an Audi. I wanted that Audi. My credit wouldn't let me get that Audi. I went to a credit union. I had plenty of money in the bank. Seeing can I get an auto loan. They wouldn't give me an auto loan because of the judgment on my rent. This boy started a temp job because I showed him how to do Chat GPT. He built up his resume and doctoring and made it sound good from Chat GPT, which is AI. So it looked like he had these credentials. Lied. Kept getting good jobs, $20, $25 an hour. Don't keep him longer than a week. He went and got a temp job. Went into the credit union. That's been my mama credit union and my daddy credit union all for years, all my life just about. My daughter is a member there. I'm a member at another credit union, but they know me. They denied me the car money. And they seen my money in my account at the time I had the money at my other bank. Well, because you know, because it's on your credit, you got to pay that off. This fool went in there and lied and said he made $6,500 a month with 2 check stubs. They took his word for it. A criminal who sell drugs and run around here pow and acting like he Scarface. They gave this boy $14,000 check because they said he didn't have no credit and they wanted to start his credit. And he went and bought that Audi. I couldn't get it. They gave it to him off a lie. Y'all talking about this world ain't, man, this world is corrupt. He can't even keep insurance on this Audi. And since he had this Audi, he haven't kept a job. And he didn't got caught with 2 pow-pows in his car. And he go around here still trying to slang some dope. But a hard-working mother like me, who would have kept full insurance on it, and would have did good things with it, and needed to get around, I couldn't get it. But they gave it to him. My dream car. I'm looking at him pull off in my dream car like he is pulling off in my Audi. I've never been in prison in my life. I never shot nobody. I don't take from nobody. I done worked harder to raise my kids. And they give it to him? You know what he said? If you ever want a ride, call me. What? This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. Bad is good and the good people is bad. Ain't that something? He don't have nowhere to pay where he lay his head and say, I'm paying bills. He living with my daughter on Section 8. That's why me and her ain't talking, because she hard-headed. You just gonna keep on living like that. This is what you like, huh? That's living to you? Okay. So she stopped talking to me. She had another call my brother and say, I don't F with my mama no more. Oh. Okay. Cool. Don't cry over me when I'm gone either. My mama tell me that all the time. You better not shed a tear. I'm sorry, mama. But I ain't, you know what? I didn't get disrespectful because we was too scared. We would have no teeth. We couldn't get disrespectful. My mother didn't care about the po-pos. I'm like, my mama used to beat up the po-pos. I can't call the po-pos. My mom used to beat them up. So I know. But I'm just telling y'all the stuff I'm going through, y'all. I'm trying. I know a lot of people can say get a job. I'm trying. I'm not the kind of person that sit here and beg. I hate asking people for anything. Anything. I want a job. I'm trying to get a job. I will work 2 jobs right now just to stay out this house. I'll leave one job and go to another one and be up all night. I don't even want to come home. Shit, so y'all wonder why I ain't putting in videos like I normally do? I normally do 3 or 4 videos a day. I'm too scared to sit here and do the videos. Shit. But pray for me, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta hurry up. My brother finna leave me. I'm finna run outside in my robe and take my clothes in my bag and wash up at the damn Starbucks if he about to leave. Because I gotta get out this house. I'm not gonna be up in here. I'll talk to y'all later.